Hello everyone, my name is Rituro, and this is my life in Silver League. My opponent today at level 105, Zerg player by the name of Captacha, a Zerg player on Deadwing. So I play my usual Terran self. Now this is a very special match, ladies and gentlemen, very special indeed, and you'll soon see why. I spawn in the bottom right hand corner as a Silver Leaguer, as a Terran Silver Leaguer. Captacha, I'm gonna mess that up, I feel. Captacha as the silver Zerg player in the top left-hand corner. Pretty standard here, nothing out of the ordinary, no six-pool craziness in Captacha. Let's skip ahead to the good stuff. Ahead go the scouting overlords as I get my normal barracks and supply depot on the way here. Now, one change here is I am scouting before slapping down the little wall-off supply depot on a map as big as Deadwing. I know I want to find my opponent, let's call it. Yeah, there we go, an opponent as quick as I can. Especially against Zerg, where I need to know what they're doing as soon as possible so I can try and get a counter going. I need to find Captacha. You won't find him here, SCV, you're going the wrong way. And meanwhile, Captacha does the right thing, takes an early second, because why not? This is a large map, and you definitely want to get that early macro advantage, especially as Zerg, when you start pumping units out of that area of the map, also known as your base. Meanwhile, I will wall off the immediate entry to my base. The rally point here is going to be just outside my natural, which will hopefully allow me to expand sooner than later. Now, Orbital is on the way at the main base. Full saturation on this one Vespene Geyser as I try to get all that I need out the door. I hope maybe get a reactor here, perhaps get some early tech upgrades, but we will see what happens in just a second here. Meanwhile, the SCV has indeed found where he needs to go. And he will get a full scout off here. He has found the hatchery. He's like, oh, hello. That's a thing that I should be paying attention to. And boom, it is done. So I know that this thing is built. I know he has a second base. I know he's going to be making full use of it. Meanwhile, back in the main base, spawning pool is done. Lings are on the way, as is a queen. Captacha making no attempt to hang back. He is going for that aggression early. No gas either. He's going pure Ling. Getting as much as he can on the field, getting that macro advantage. He could be even taking a third hatch here if you wanted. He's got the minerals to do it. Perhaps more importantly, these Lings will surround and take down the SCV. I see what I need to see. I see no gas, I see the pool, I see drones, and I've seen the second hatch. So I know what I need to know. However, Captacha has lost his overlord, and the Marines are going to push out and try and get some early pressure on, but Captacha does the correct thing, absolutely the right thing, gets down the spine crawler to stop just that. Ooh, the custom skin Lings, very nice. He's going to be getting two spine crawlers down, actually. He does not want me walking up that front door. And he will indeed stop this advance. I will get some pot shots on the crawler, but it's not going to be enough. The Lings are coming out the front door, and I will actually scare them off with a little bit of stutter step back and forth. The Lings could probably actually take this down if they really committed. Captacha does not want to lose more than he absolutely has to, and sure enough, he will indeed force me back from the spine crawler. Meanwhile, I think this advantage to take my own expansion, a good idea. Meanwhile, 22 Lings on the way for Captacha. He's going to try and end this early with pure Ling. Unfortunately for Captacha, there's nobody to attack. The Marines have decided to run for the hills, run for safety. The Lings check, they scout, they make sure they're okay. All right, back to guarding the expansion they go. All safe at the natural. Meanwhile, I'll try to get my own natural up and running. Trying to counter, having seen Lings, having seen that many Lings, my immediate response is double Hellion. Unfortunately, I'm supply blocked. Rituro, why have you not learned? Why have I not learned? Thankfully, I do have a supply depot done right away, and this will be almost complete in time to alleviate that supply block. However, will it be in time? I have the starport on the way, but there's a massive ball of Lings. 38 Lings. Well, not quite 38. There is the queen to think of there. 3, 6, 8, 16, 24, 27 Lings. Drones back at the main base. Oh, Marines! Marines, we have a problem! And the Lings are going for the full surround here. These Marines will not survive. I'm actually going to be forced to cancel the orbital here and lift off. And the Hellions will try and save the day here. It won't happen. They will try and cook the Lings. They're getting decent shots, but they just aren't being able to move. The mobility's not there. The wall-off is complete. Unfortunately, these Lings will be able to chip this down. Can I get the units on the field in time? I have Hellions on the way. I have Marines on the way. but the Lings just can't really decide where they want to attack, and finally the Hellions show up. Excuse me, the Hellions show up to scare off the Lings. They will cook the Lings and send them back the other way. The command center forced to move back. No production on the way for Captcha while that was going on. Meanwhile, bunker going down at the main in case that line falls. I want to have defenses. So a bunker going down here. However, the Baneling Nest and gas on the way for Captcha. He is preparing to end this thing with a Lingling bust, metabolic boost on the way as well. So the Lings will scuttle back home. Command center being repaired here by the SCVs. Didn't even get any mining done. Got I think one canister of gas, and that was it. Down goes the front door. 4 Hellions done here. Tech lab done on the second vector. I would assume this is for pre-infernal igniter, or perhaps for a siege tank. Meanwhile, the starport has its own reactor tech lab, but no production. All the minerals are being used to try and get stim out the door, and the engineering bay complete to protect against any perhaps any muta. Because when I see Ling, my immediate first thought is, okay, is this a Ling muta play? We will soon find out, though, as the Hellion goes out scouting, looking for proxies, looking for any Lings that might be hiding around, and there is the bunker to defend against any further assaults. Once again, we'll try and get the orbital up and running. Now here comes the siege tank. Marauders on the way as well. And it will be double Hellion as well to try and get that anti-Ling play out the door. The engineering bay is complete, full mining on Vespine gas. Good thing. This SCV apparently is admiring his handiwork a little too much for my tastes. Not too good. Banshee's also on the way as well, because you know what counters Lings? Stuff that they can't attack. Banshee. Oh, Banshee, how we've missed you. Banshee coming out there to try and provide that superiority. Siege tanks, sieging up, good idea. We do also have, looks like, more Marines and Marauders, more bio to get into the front to try and, I would guess, populate this bunker. As we now have mules. Mule. Hello, Mule. Mule, you're supposed to be... oh, dear. Mule, you're not mining. There we go. That's better. Good job, Mule. Oh, poor Mule. Meanwhile, tons of production on the way here. For Captcha, he will take a third base, and he will get layer tech underway at the main. Good idea here. As plenty of overlords on the way here. That is a fully alleviated supply block. Near total saturation at the natural by Captcha, going full drone. I mean, he's got the resources. You would think at this point it would be all procced all the time, but the metabolic boosted Lings have moved out, and they have run into what would appear to be, yes, the Hellions. Hellions, they want words, and they will actually chase this ball of Lings all the way back. Captcha not wanting to engage, not wanting to lose this ball, and this scouting Hellion will actually take a pot shot as well. Won't get any more than just a little bit of chip damage on the Lings, and they will head back to the creep, back to safety, back to their queens, and guard the third base as it gets up and running. 18 more Lings, and this is a pure Ling play from Captcha. You would assume Muta are on the way at some point, and I certainly am, which is why I have missile turret going up at the main, and more queued as well. I do have the bunkers now actually populated with Marines, as I am now, once again, supply blocks. Oh my goodness. There we go. First supply depot is now on the way. I think I had a whole bunch more going when I realized that I was coming up against supply block. I had no way to actually combat this ball of Lings. Because look at this. This supply depot is massive. 87 to 70 with a huge cap. Quick look at the actual supply difference here. The armor supply is actually, I have an advantage. 38 to 29 with those Hellions, but those Lings do so much more than their army supply would indicate. Work supply heavily favoring Captcha. He will now bust down the rock. Now this scan is crucial. I scanned just as he starts this. I actually remember looking over here and hearing this going down, which told me everything I needed to know. He was going to bust down the rocks and take a third base. And if I know anything at all about Zerg, you have to deny those bases. Here come the ball of Lings to intercept, though, and the Hellions, seeing this, take their pot shots, and they will actually be surrounded here by the Lings. It's a great surround by the Lings, and they will completely wipe this up. Huge loss. 5 Hellions gone. Problem is Banshees. Banshees don't care. Banshees do not care at all. And although it does not really matter in the long run, we will chip down this one Overlord, trying to capture the supply, not realizing as I was that he is well ahead in supply. The loss of one Overlord means absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, a Spore Crawler, very good idea here in the main base. Meanwhile, I packed up all of my units, only losing one Marine as the Lings go for the surround. Spore Crawler is done. I am out of here. It's actually a very good sight here. The Overlord, or the Overseer, I should say, getting the sight on the Banshees. But the problem is he still can't attack those Banshees. And the Viking has shown up to try and scare off the Overseer. And now here's the important part. They are going for this third base, this third hatchery, which has finally been slapped down. Oh, look at that. I'm almost alleviating my supply block. Good for me. We will unload here. We will go after this third base. It will not be canceled. It will complete. And the army will load right back up. No, they're going to stick it out. They're going to stick it out. And they're going to stim. They are actually going to stick it out. They're going to skim. This is actually a very good choke here. The Lings cannot engage between the hatchery, the refinery, and the minerals. It actually ends up being an excellent choke point. And the Banshee's going to town with the stimmed out units. This will actually remove the Lings. The Lings are being whittled down. Oh, this is a good idea from the Queen to try and go after this cloaked Banshee. But the Viking has landed, takes down the Queen. The Banshee will live. That is going to be it. This entire army has been nuked with just a small force here. A good counterplay. Lifting off is the Viking just as the hatchery goes down. And he will go after the Overseer. The Overseer is gone. There goes detection. Not what Patricia needed. And here come the reinforcements. There's the scan. The pre-invertal igniter is done. Blue flame upgrade as the creep tumor is poked back. Now here's the interesting thing. The Banelings, what are they going to hit? They can't hit the Banshees. They might get a good hit here on the Bio or on the Hellions. But it's not going to do much of anything. And it's going to be a Ling Ling, though no Muta, still pure Ling Ling for Captica. As here it comes, oh, it's going to be good. There's a slight split here, and it doesn't matter. The Banelings clean up the army. But the problem with that is there are still Banshees, and Banshees do not care for your Banelings. Banshees are not amused by your Baneling hits. 4 more Banelings on the way, 12 more Zerglings being birthed, being spawned. Looking for an angle here. It looks like is the army trying to sight out. Can they get a drop? Can they get maybe a poke on the drones? Seeing nothing. Down goes the Viking. They're actually, it looks like they're going to try and chip down. Yes, they're going to walk in and go after that Spore Crawler. But the Queen has other ideas. It's just a bait, though, as here come the Banshees. Oh, the Banelings cannot find a good hit. They'll actually chip down. The Viking will stay alive. Most of the Bio will stay alive here. And Capticha's had enough. Capticha's Ling Ling has been defeated. He has nothing with which to counter this, and he leaves. Now, I said this was an important match. It might not have looked like it. This read of a counter by me, the move to Blue Flame, which is not something I normally do, but the read of a counter on Ling Ling and my usual supply issues. What makes this special? What makes this map so special? This match, I should say, so special, I might be saying. It's because this match put me in Gold League. That's right. I am officially, for the first time since the first season of Wings of Liberty, I am in Gold League, which means, unfortunately, we must temporarily end my life in Silver League because I'm no longer in Silver League. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we will have to wait till the next full season, until 11/10/14 for 2014 Season 4. Or perhaps, I guess maybe that's 2015 Season 1 if it's so late. Whatever. Point is, we're going to have to wait till next season to see whether or not I get back to Gold or if I am in Silver League. Until then, thank you all so much for watching me during these incredible matches. I'm as shocked as you that I am in Gold League, but I am very excited to see if I can do what I couldn't do during Wings of Liberty, and that is win a match. But regardless, thank you all so much for watching this series. If you like what you've seen, please be sure to subscribe to me on YouTube, youtube.ca/steelswords. Of course, you can watch my live streams and other episodes recorded live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Rituro, and my Twitter feed. Check me out, follow me, see what's happening at that Rituro guy. Once again, thank you all for watching. My name is Rituro, and we'll see you next time. All right.